Hello, you are most welcome. I'm teacher Ivan from Wunna Educational Services. I welcome you to our next lesson under matrices. In this particular lesson, we shall be looking at how we multiply two or more matrices. We are told that to multiply two or more matrices together, we multiply the first number in the row matrix by the first number in the column matrix, and the second number in the row matrix by the second number in the column matrix, and so on and so forth. And then after, we add the products together, as we shall see in our examples. However, there is a very important condition that we must always consider when multiplying matrices. The condition is for the multiplication of two matrices to be possible, then the number of columns in the first matrix should be the same as the number of rows in the second matrix, as we shall see. Let us look at our examples and see how this condition is applied. In our first example, we are told that given that matrix P equals to 9, 7, negative 8, 6, and Q equals to 6, 1, 2, negative 5, they want us to get P2 and QP. Now, first of all, P2 is not the same as QP, as we shall see in our calculations. So let us start with that. I'm working out the first one, the second will be yours, and then you'll compare your answers with what we shall get and see if they are the same or not. So let us work out P2. P2 is the same as P times 2. And now we shall substitute with the matrices. P is 9, 7, negative 8, 6. And Q is 6, 1, 2, negative 5. So if we are to multiply, remember we've said that we multiply the first number of the first row, this is our first row, in the first matrix by the first number of the second matrix in the column. So we are multiplying row by column. Row by column. The first number multiplies the first number. So that gets us 9 times 6 is 54 plus 7 times 2, which is 14. So the first number multiplies the first number here, the second multiplies the second. But this is the first of the first row multiplying the first number of the first column. Then the second number in the first row multiplies the second number in the first column. So it should be row by column. So we also come to this. This is 9 times 1, which is 9, plus 7 times negative 5, which is negative 35. And then we enclose and also go down. We consider now the second row in the first matrix. This is 8 times 2, which is negative 16, plus this is 6 times 2, which is 12. And then we also do the same on the second column. This is 8 times 1, which is negative 8, plus 6 times negative 5, which is negative 30. So that is how we do it. We shall now add and end up with our final answer. So this gives us 68. This one gives us negative 4. This one gives us negative 26. This one gives us negative 38. So this is our answer for P2. So you are going to try out 2P, but remember we multiply row by column. Let us go to our next example. In example 2, we are given to work out. We are told to work out 2, 4, 0 times this. Remember, we've seen that the condition is for multiplication of two matrices to be possible, the number of columns, these are the columns, in the first should be equal to the number of rows in the second. So we have 3 columns and 3 rows. So this one is possible. Let us see how possible it is. So we have 2, 4, 0. We are multiplying it with the 1, 2, 0, 3, 8, 5, and lastly 1, 4, 1. So these are our matrices we are multiplying. So remember, we multiply row by column. So that is 2 times 1, giving us 2. That's 2 times 1 gives us a 2 plus. This is 4 times 3, which is 12. Still plus 0 times 1, which is a 0. Then we come here. This is 2 times 2, which is a 4 plus. Make sure you skip this space to maintain the positions of the elements. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 0 times 4, which is 0. Then we shall still skip out to keep the position. We come now to the last column. That is 2 times 0, 0 plus 4 times 5, which is 20, plus 0 times 1, which is 0. We now cross. And now our final answer will be, this is 14, this is 36, this is 20. So that is our final answer. So that is how we multiply matrices. Let us try out another part. This is part B, where we are given 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This is 5, 3, 6, 1, 2, 4. So let us work out this and see. We go back to our condition. The condition says that the number of columns in the first should be equal to the number of rows in the second. So let us try out this. We are multiplying row by column. So that is 1 times 5, giving us 5, plus 2 times 3, giving us 6. Then we also come to this. Remember, we are still looking at the first row of the first matrix, multiplying by these columns. So this is 1 times 6, which is 6, plus 2 times 1, which is 2. Then we come to the last column. This is 1 times 2, giving us 2, plus 2 times 4, giving us 8. Then after, we are coming to the second row, which will give us the down elements or the lower elements. So that is 3 times 5, giving us 15, plus 4 times 3, giving us 12. Then here it will be 3 times 6, giving us 18, plus 4 times 1, giving us 4. Then lastly, we are multiplying by the last column now. 3 times 2, 6, plus 4 times 4, 16. And now we are going to just add and get the final answer. So that is 11, this is 8, this is 10. Down we shall have 27, this is 22, and lastly also 22. So that is how we multiply matrices. Otherwise, we are still looking at more examples and matrix multiplication. And please don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the bell such that you get notified whenever we have a new video, so that we may learn together as we enjoy together. So after looking at those examples, please, I want you to also try out. So these are some of the trial questions. I want you to try them out. So in our first question, we have 3 matrices. We have A, B, and C. They are asking for ABC. Now in ABC, we shall first multiply A and B. Then after getting a single matrix for A, B, we now multiply it with C to get ABC. We cannot multiply all the 3 at once. So we first multiply the first 2 and get a single matrix. Then after, we multiply by the last one. Then for us to get B squared is the same as B times B. Don't just square the elements of B. Multiply B 2 times to get B squared. Then they want us to get D if AD equals to BC. Now, they want us to get matrix D. For us to be able to get matrix D, let us first let the matrix be A, B, C, D. This is what I mean. We have AD equaling to BC. So we shall let D be A, B, C, D. Because these are all 2 by 2, so even D is a 2 by 2. And now, after, we shall substitute for A, D, B, and C. And now, remember in our first lesson of matrices, we looked at the types of matrices. We looked at the equal matrices. So meaning that matrix AD equals to matrix BC. And now we shall equate these elements according to their positions. First multiply matrix A times matrix D, then equal to matrix B times matrix C. Then after, we shall equate the elements on both sides. We shall get equations, solve them to get A, B, C, D. But remember, it does not stop there. After getting A, B, C, D, we bring them back to form our matrix D. So I also want you to try out that. Then in number 2, we are given the matrices F, G, H. They want us to get 2F plus 3G. They want us to get 4 into F plus G minus H. This is under addition and subtraction, and also multiplication by a scalar. Those are in our previous lessons. So if at all you missed, please, you can always go back to our playlist, O-Level Mathematics, and watch those lessons so that we move together. And lastly, we are given to find matrix Q if PQ equals to this and P equals to that. Still, we are going to let Q, we shall say let Q be A, B, C, D, and then we multiply, equate, and get the values of the letters we've used and use them to form our matrix. So please, I want you to try out these numbers. We can always share the results on WhatsApp. We can even post through a comment and so on. And where you need help, please reach us through our email. We have other social media platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we are on WhatsApp, we are on TikTok, and so many other platforms. So please, just search for Wuuna Educational Services. Get to us, we learn together. Otherwise, see you in the next lesson. Please, bye-bye.